coming home tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. How's it going over there?
Hello, everybody.
How are we, 𝐀𝐁𝐴?
Good. Sorry to drop in a bit late.
No, you're all right. No dramas. Yeah, how's it over there in Pakistan, Terry?
Well, it's cold, that's for sure, because it's middle of winter.
Yeah.
But it's not snowing. You have to come here before Christmas to get the snow.
Yeah, right. Well, that's a bonus.
Yeah. So lots of fun.
Yeah. How are you, Kartik?
Doing well, Jara.
How's the new year going?
Could be better.
You're remembering your employees' names now?
Yes, I am doing better now. Yes.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
That is embarrassing. Oh gosh.
How are you, 𝐀𝐴?
Yeah, good. I just got back from the gym and I didn't give myself enough time to, you know what I mean? Like I got home and I was like, oh shit, and it was a really quick rush. So,
Yeah.
I'm still like a little, I'm still a bit pumped up from the gym. You know how you do it and you're like, oh, I haven't come down yet. Just rush in. No, but it's good. It's good. I'm glad it's done. It's done.
What do you train?
I'm doing a bit of a different split at the moment where I alternate 2 workouts on alternate weeks. So it's like workout A, workout B, workout A. And then the next week it's B, A, B. And it's centered around squats, deadlift, and bench because I might want to powerlift again at some point. And I have a very bad squat. So I need to like improve that.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
That's it.
Mark, how are you?
Still sweating. Good.
I think we all are.
Oh, you didn't just get out of the sauna.
Oh, well, you're definitely sweating more than I am.
That's it.
How's
I open up the house. It's been muggy day.
How's the life of being 40?
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
Just another year?
Yeah, another year. Went out and had a massive feed with the family, and Jesus, the calorie count was nasty.
Calories don't count on your birthday, so that's fine.
Oh, I just like to look at it to see what was there. I was like, geez. The stairway to hell was not nice the next day.
How are you, Rob?
Yeah, good, mate. Thank you.
How's everything going this year?
There we go.
Oh, mate, it's honestly great. I was just having a chat to Rose before. My mindset is just, I don't know, completely done a 180. I'm at the gym every day. Like, I'm just in a happier mood. My sleep's better. My outlook's better.
Love it.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It's exactly what we want to hear. That's awesome.
100%.
Yeah.
How did you end up trying those sauces?
Oh, yeah.
Good?
They are good. Yeah. I've only tried the honey mustard and the ranch sauce at the minute, but I can't believe how good they are.
I know, it's crazy. Anyone else, guys, if you're interested, there's a brand that I've been getting of no calorie sauces. So you can basically put as much as you want on any of your food, and you don't have to worry about how many calories is in it. But the brand is Mrs. Taste, if anyone's interested.
I'm gonna write that down. That's going in the book.
Yesterday.
Highly recommend.
What's that, Mark?
Just had some hyperburn and thermosleep come yesterday, so
perfect.
Yes.
Awesome.
Lovely stuff.
Stacey, how are you? I'm not too sure if you can hear me.
Yeah, I'm going good, thanks.
Perfect. How's the year started?
Yes, it's been all right.
Good to hear. Now, obviously, we just wanted to focus. Here we go. We've got a question from Kartik. Perfect. So if you guys haven't thought of a question, make sure you do, because I want everyone to have at least one question that we can answer. So we'll start off with Kartik's. First question, still struggling with motivation after the break. On an average, my strength training has come down once a week. Target is twice a week.
Nice.
So when you say strength training has come down, what do you mean by that? As in
that's the regime that you and Rose have pulled together for me. So as per the target and what we've discussed My plan is to do it 3 times a week. I'm struggling right now. I'm just doing it once a week, and it's really motivation. It's the drop off after the Christmas break, and it's starting friction really. Once I get going, I'm okay, but the get going bit is a massive struggle. Something else gets in the way, work, dogs, kids. I have enough number of excuses. I'm still struggling to find the right time of the day and how to really get back into it.
I think the first thing is not having motivation is normal. You don't want to just work and go off motivation. It comes and goes. And when you have it, it's obviously when you double down. But when you don't have it, that's when you really have to be strong mindset wise. But the start of the year, getting back into work, like not sort of having that freedom through the holidays that you did have, those are all things that are going to add to losing motivation. Even if you didn't have it, it's still going to make it harder. But routine is what a human thrives off. So you need to obviously make sure that you're forcing that until it does become structured again. And then you will find the motivation will creep back in without you realizing it. But as soon as you're out of structure, the motivation is very hard to find.
Yeah.
And that's why over this period that we've just had, majority of people struggle with it. So set yourself some like weekly targets of maybe some strength goals, or maybe set yourself a certain amount of steps that you want to do each day, something that like excites you, or where you're competing with yourself. Because if you're just going through the motions, then and excitement's going to be the best part to bring motivation. So that's what I would suggest anyway.
Makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
To piggyback off that just a fraction, I'm not sure if you were on the call last week. We spoke about overtraining and stuff, but no, that's all right. One of the main things was not to hold yourself to such like a high standard. If you are struggling to go, sometimes it's better just to go and do, not all the time, but go and do what you can do on a day. It's better to be consistent and give some level of output than try just to sort of not go, because then, as Jarrah said, it's a lot easier to like fall off and very, very hard to then get it back. So sometimes I find if I'm not motivated, I'll go to the gym and I'll just do what I can for the first set. And then similar to what you said, once you're there, you end up kind of getting into it anyway. So I think it's more, don't hold yourself to such a high standard, at least I would think, because like by the time you get there, just do something. And then, as Jarrah said, if you do that 3 times a week, you've got something that excites you, it's going to creep back because you're in a routine now and you're not trying to constantly recreate that week by week, like every week trying to get back into 3 sessions,
That's a good one.
If that makes sense. If that makes sense.
That's a good one. So my program takes about an hour and 15 minutes. And sometimes I just have 30 minutes available. And I just give up on it because I don't have an hour and 15 minutes to do justice to the program that Rose has written up for me. So maybe the solution for that is just to go in and do something, maybe half of it, the sets and the reps and the exercises.
If you're behind on time and you know that you're not going to have enough time, still do all the exercises, but only do, let's just say you've got 3 sets to do, only do 2 sets of each exercise.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 4 sets to do, just do 2 sets of each exercise. It doesn't like Kiefer said, just getting there and doing it, you will never ever walk out of a session and go, fuck, I wish I didn't do that. You will always walk out humbled and happy with yourself for doing it. So the other thing is, if you cut your workout short, it's going to, in your brain, make you feel like you haven't completed it, probably not make you feel as good, which is why I say just take a set off each exercise, because it's still in your head, you're still completing the workout.
Yep.
But you're just having a little bit less volume, which is completely fine.
Got it. Makes sense. And I agree with you. I mean, if I do only half of what's on the app, it'll give me an incomplete feeling. It's better to complete it and cut off or so. That might be a better way to go.
Yeah.
The second question is actually a new one, and it's probably a new goal or a new objective that's crept up on me. So for the benefit of the community on this Zoom call, one of my core objectives for embarking on this program with Jara in the first place was I do play competitive tennis at a recreational level. I love the sport, but I'm not that good. I'm good, but not that good. But I get injured all the time. And so in order to fix that, frequency and intensity of strength training was important to build strength. I've actually achieved that objective. And I was providing feedback to Jara last week. I have not missed a competitive match in many, many, many months now. And that was unheard of. So check, goal achieved.
That is awesome.
The off late, I've actually started mounting a GoPro on the fence and videoing myself playing tennis. It's actually a very humbling experience. I look awful, just terrible. I mean, in my mind, I
like
Federer, but
I like the drunk starfish comment.
I think I want to augment my training with probably some agility training in order to get better. And that doesn't need to be responded to or solved for right in this call, but I just want to kind of state it out there as an incremental additional objective.
Yeah, we'll definitely get onto helping you with that. Power is going to be a good thing, I think, with tennis as well.
Yes.
Explosiveness. So
explosiveness, absolutely.
Yeah, we can definitely work on that.
All right, that was me.
Awesome. Stuart, how are you? Haven't welcomed you in yet.
Yeah, I'm great.
Never
been better.
How's your week going?
Yeah, going good. Got rained out this morning, but aside from that, it's a good excuse not to be out doing the gardens. I own gardening business, by the way, guys. That's what I meant. So not my garden, other people's garden.
Good excuse not to go to work. I like it.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, I was still at work. I was just in the office instead. Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah. Look, so I've been on the program for what, 5 weeks. And yeah. Been loving it. It's great.
Awesome. Perfect. Yeah. And Rose, how are you?
I was muted. I'm good. Hello, everyone. I'm good, thank you. How's everyone doing? Sorry, me and Stuart ran over into this together, so we were both like, we need to go on to the seminar.
That's fine.
But yeah, no, everyone's smashing it. Really great. Yeah, everyone's doing really well this week, so that's amazing.
Awesome. Okay, so Terry's question. I'm going shopping this weekend for some basic free weights. Any suggestions? Welcome. So I would highly suggest that you get some kind of adjustable dumbbell. That would be the #1 priority. An adjustable barbell and a bench. If you had to pick 3 things, those would be it. Okay. Now, if you wanted to get more, then it depends how much you want to spend. But then there's going to be things that are like, there's resistance bands, there's a gym ball, which you can potentially use as a bench in similar exercises. And if you want to go all out, there's like the cable machine or the Smith machine. Those would be the 2 best machines to get, which are like not a multi-station, but you can do a lot of different things on them.
Terry, I've done most, in lieu of what Jared just said, I did most of your program up to be doing with the dumbbells, barbell, like adjustable, and then a bench as well. So pretty much the bread and butter of what Jared said. Anything extra would be a bonus, but the whole program can be completed with those things. Definitely.
Awesome. Now, stretching, how often, what muscles, how long?
Sorry, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, you're glitching out. I don't know what it is. Might be your microphone.
Sorry, guys. Give me 2 shakes.
You're right. So, Rob, stretching, static stretching should be only done after you train. Now, when I say static, I mean when you're holding a stretch. A lot of people do it before they train, and what that does is it weakens the muscle when you're going into strength training because it's been lengthened. So it's going to be, think about a rubber band. When you stretch a rubber band, it's going to be floppy. It's not going to be tight. So training, you want your muscles to be tight. So dynamic stretching is what you do before you train, and you would do it to the muscle that you're about to train. So a dynamic stretch is something that you're not holding. It's more like a pulsing movement. So like a chest dynamic stretch would be going like that. A static chest stretch is going back and having your hand on something and holding it. So whatever the muscle group is that you're about to train, dynamic stretch, maybe do 2 or 3 sets of it, 10 or 15 each side. And then after you finish training, whatever muscle groups you trained, do some some static stretching for the 2 or 3 sets for 25 to 30 seconds on each one.
Awesome. Thanks, mate.
No worries at all. Anyone else got any questions at all? No one's bringing any. We've got Terry, Rob, and 𝐀𝐁𝐎𝐵𝐵 have come to save the day so far.
I think I'm pretty good with everything that's going on. Like I've got my routine and everything down pat. Although I did lose weight capacity after a couple of weeks off over the Christmas and New Year's, but I've got that back and I'm lifting more again now. So yeah.
So did you did you do anything different to start being able to lift more, or was it just a?
No, I just obviously had to lower the weight, and then obviously after progression, the capacities come back to be able to lift the weights that I was previously, and it's increased.
In those circumstances, obviously tell us as well, and the best thing for that is going to be either a deload, which is pulling back the weight, so you're not going to full failure anymore. You're having like 60 to 70% of the load.
Yeah.
Or having a bit of a diet break so that you're increasing your calories so that you have more energy and you can actually put a bit more effort into those.
Yeah, Rose and I discussed all of that sort of stuff, so that's been sorted out.
Yeah, awesome.
Hey.
Well, Keith's got a question.
I'm still glitching a bit, so I thought I'd put it in the chat.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. To be honest, that stumps me because I believe that a thick waist is a genetic thing, but I also believe that when you're training a muscle that is pushing and focusing on core as much as a deadlift, it's obviously going to increase the muscle around there. But I don't think it's to the point where a lot of people assume. Like, I think people assume that a deadlift is actually going to turn them from having this small waist to a big waist, which I don't believe.
I think if anything, it helps to, reduce, obviously, body fat around your waist. And if anything, it helps to shrink the waist. So it's because it's obviously so much core. From what I've seen anyway, like, you know, females especially, deadlifts are huge for reducing waist, tightening the waist, but you'd want to be doing, in tandem with those sorts of lifts, you want to do weighted ab exercises as well, because you've got to grow your abs like any other muscle. So you want to target it specifically alongside, I think probably together. And if you're doing like crazy weight and really low reps on deadlifts, maybe. But I don't think particularly it will hugely change the size of your waist. I don't know, what do you think?
I know it's a bit more specific, but I'm a little bit with Jared. It kind of stumps me a little bit because in my mind, you're working your waist. So it could build because you're working these muscles, but at the same time, if you have a big waist, you have a big waist. If you have a small one, you have a small one. That's how it goes. So yeah, I don't know. Thanks for your input, guys, because I don't get a chance to actually ask out my questions too a lot of the time.
I think the other thing with it is like a lot of people watch a lot of those bigger guys that their waist does expand over time as they're getting bigger, but it's the sheer volume of food that they've got to eat, I believe, that's obviously increasing and stretching the size of their waist.
Yeah.
And you can see when, like, for example, even for myself, when I'm in a prep and I go from being in a huge surplus to a huge deficit, it looks like I've just completely shrunken my waist, but the reality is I just don't have as much volume in it anymore. So I
think one of the things also is when you're looking at competitive powerlifters, for example, you're talking people in a completely different league to what we're doing. They're not doing what we're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know?
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, it is. It's a whole nother level when you're getting to that level. But even with those guys, I still think if they went into a big deficit and cut down all the body fat that they're holding, they're probably going to have a lot smaller waist than what people look at them and assume they have.
Because at the end of the day, their focus isn't tone and all that. Their focus is just being able to lift as much as they possibly can.
Yeah, exactly right. So they don't mind about body fat. They don't mind about stretching their waists and all of that kind of stuff, which, yeah. And I don't know, you look at some of those big open bodybuilders that have been eating a lot of food and pushing just as hard
as well.
Well, some have big waists, but some don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So genetic.
This is true. So it's very genetic by the sounds of it. Yeah, I've kind of just always kicked that around. You'll talk to 5 different trainers and you get 5 different responses. So it's always good just to chat to people about this because it's so hard to find.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's definitely.
An interesting FYI on deadlifting. I was actually telling Rose earlier. I actually watched a video yesterday about a guy setting a new world record, 500 kilos.
Absolutely insane.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Not for me.
No,
I couldn't even pretend either. Not for me. Not a chance. Yeah, I could dedicate my whole life to deadlifting 500 kilos. I would not be able to. It's so unbelievable.
The guy ended up with a nosebleed and almost passed out afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, how fun! I might start doing
it. He weighs 100 and I think he weighed 197 in that video as well. That's Eddie Hall, one of the strongest men. Yeah, he weighs nearly 200 kilograms anyway. Like, this is unbelievable stuff. It's like, it's like a gorilla compared to me as a person.
He's a unit. Like, I saw him when he went and had dinner with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, he's bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Absolute giant. But that's a genetic thing. It's as Kiefer said, me or Kiefer or any of you guys here could not go, all right, I'm going to do exactly what Eddie Hall does and get to the point of lifting. There's not a chance. You have to genetically be born to be an absolute freak of nature when it comes to strength. Otherwise, you may as well just accept the fact you're not going to get there.
Yeah.
Anyone else got any more questions at all?
Maybe I shouldn't do that.
You're glitching out again.
Well, you glitched it a lot then.
Yeah. Kiefer, you need a new ISP, mate, because whoever your current provider is, they're terrible. I'm in Pakistan and I'm getting...
Terry's in Pakistan, he's got better connection.
This is...
Yeah, that's got good.
Yes, no. I think I'll just...
It's gone.
I've lost everyone.
Are you back? Then you're gone
Sorry,
again.
I'm just gonna. All right, I'll just sit here quietly. Sorry. Let's
go around the room. I want to hear every single person's first their long-term goals, and then I want to hear at least 2 short-term goals to lead into that. Let's start with Terry because you're at my top left.
Okay, yeah. So when I joined the program a week or 2 ago, my goal is to get 30 kilos off me in the next year or 2, and probably go a bit further than that if I can. But short term at the moment, after doing a little bit of gym work and not quite even getting through most of my program, I now know I need to work on core. So I think short term, I need to do something about that so I can actually do the gym work to the 100% mark.
Perfect. They're perfect goals. You'll be ticking them off, I guarantee you.
Definitely.
Kartik, you're next on my screen.
Okay. Long-term goals were really becoming stronger in order to prevent injury. And I did mention that earlier. I certainly believe that I'm well and truly on my way towards achieving that goal. That, however, continues to require discipline and frequency, which, Kiefer just shared his thoughts on, something that I do need to address. The other long-term goal is, for me, exercise is an avenue to increase dopamine and, get some endorphin rush and really be happier. It is challenging. Life gets in the way. So that also remains a long-term goal, and it's a work in progress.
Definitely do, like I always say, the dopamine thing is do something, I don't know if you remember maybe 10, 20 years ago that you used to do that you haven't done for a while. Like there's always some hobby that you've sort of neglected and then just gone, oh, look, I'm too far past or I'm too old for that anymore. Go and do it. I'll bet you'll find that you'll slip straight back into where you left off. Stuart.
Okay. Yeah, I'm already unmuted. Short-term goals. Well, I actually sent Rose 3 short-term goals after the post that you put up. One of which was to get below 100 kilos before the end of January, which I've actually done. So I'm pretty happy about that.
How good's that? Well done.
Winning.
I also another short-term goal I set myself was basically from now through till the end of May, I want to achieve a reduction in percentage of body fat, at least 9 out of 10 weeks. 9 out of every 10 weeks.
Perfect.
So I'm kind of on track for that. It's all going well so far. Long-term goals. Look, my long-term goal. Originally when I signed up, I said my long-term goal was to lose 20 kilos. Based on kind of, I guess, in part what I've learned from you guys since then, I'm going to kind of rephrase that to say I want to lose 20 kilos of body fat. That might not necessarily mean I lose 20 kilos in total because I'm putting on muscle as I go. So
yeah. No, that's awesome. I love that you've sort of rejigged the way that you're setting yourself goals, because a lot of people do focus too much on the numbers when they don't. It's not until they realize there's water weight, there's body fat, there's muscle, there's all these different factors.
This is one of the things I like with this program about the fact that it's not just about the scales, because yes, I've had my weight's gone down, but by taking my measurements, I also know my muscle has gone up. So my fat loss has actually been greater than what the scales would suggest.
Absolutely. And that's something that people, without even realizing, it's something that lets themselves down in their own head. They're like, oh, the scale hasn't moved enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not working hard enough. And then they fall off track. But if they understood a lot more about what we're obviously trying to teach you guys, they're going to be motivated just from seeing the measurements come down, even if the scales don't move at all.
Yeah. And look, at the end of the day, you know what? I mean, we're all going to have an off week from time to time,
Absolutely.
And, you just got to not let that stop you. I mean, it's I can't remember exactly what it is, but there's I'll actually put it in a comment on a post here. It's there's a Japanese saying, and it basically translates to fall down 7 times and get up 8. And that's what I live by. I mean, because the reality is, if you fall down 7 times and get up 8, you'll be better off than the person that never fell down in the first place, because you learn a lot every time you fall down and get back up.
100%. And then I always say it to people, like the best things that have happened to me have started from the worst time of my life. Like I've always ended up in a way better position because of hitting rock bottom or of having something really drastic happen. So every time someone's like, oh, it's just like, it feels so fucked at the moment, my life's so negative, there's a lot of bad stuff going on, you just really need to know that this is happening for a reason that you don't know about yet. And when you get to that point, you're going to look back and go, I'm so fucking glad I got through that, because now look at me.
Yeah. I mean, our family motto is, I never fail, I succeed, or I learn.
Awesome.
It's a good one.
Mark, what's your goals?
I think I'm getting there. Like I've learned so much from you guys, like dietary wise, what to eat, when to eat, and like I've lost 25 kilos, but my weight's sort of fluctuating and going up and down a little bit. So I suppose it could be a little bit of water weight and whatnot. And the measurements show where everything's gone right for me. So I'm obviously doing something right. Fat's just falling off week after week, and muscle's taking its place.
You're already living goals.
I could thank Rose for flogging me.
I love the word flogging now. It's like, because of, I never really use that word, but it's just great.
Oh, yeah, set to 30. Thanks.
But I guess your goals then are just maintenance and just enjoy.
Yes, to be able to keep it going from here on in, and it's just beneficial to be able to, and obviously, to show the kids, like, you don't have to eat all this crap. You can eat nourishing food, and it's more filling for you and better for you.
Yep.
And it's, going to be better for your appearance too.
And did you mention potentially competing in the future as well?
I don't know. We'll see how things go. But I've been told by Holly, no. You're not. That'll be way too much. I was just like, oh, let's just see what goes on.
That's interesting. Keep me posted on that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
She made a mess of herself last night, fell off the break wall, cut up all her legs.
No good.
No. Spent a few hours at Maxville.
Lucky she's got Superman with her. Rob,
I'm not with her.
Sorry, you go.
I'm not with her. Yeah.
You're not what? You're not there.
Nah.
Oh.
I'm at home. I'm still going through the day-to-day routine, still working, still doing everything that's got to be done. Yeah. So I think I'm really happy with everything that's going on with this program, and I'm really proud of everything that I've done, and I can thank obviously you and Rose for everything, everything that you've done to get me in this position.
Mate, you're an absolute star of performance evolution coaching, so we've enjoyed every part of it.
Good.
Last one, Rob, what's your short, long-term goals?
Or I think short term is definitely to keep up the steps. I worked with Rose last week and have moved on to a plant-based diet, so that's absolutely one of the goals. Which is weird because I used to be steak, 2 veg, and chips a night because I'm British and that's all we eat every day of the week. But now I'm kind of on a plant-based diet and loving it. My energy levels are through the roof. I'm doing about 20,000 steps a day, so I'm going to keep that up. Long-term goal, I think, is just to this sounds quite crass, but have the body of my dreams that I've always wanted to have, but never knew how to get there. But now I feel I know how to get there, thanks to you guys.
Absolutely.
100%.
You are definitely going to get there, Rob, and nothing is... I feel like if you talk about certain things and bring them up to people that you may assume is going to think it's out of reach, that's the first step to getting there. So we all believe that you can get there without a doubt.
Actually, that's another really good Japanese saying. You set a goal so big, you have to grow into the person who can achieve it.
Yeah, that's an awesome one. Japanese saying.
Terry, did you
good.
say your goals?
Pardon me?
Did you mention your goals?
I did.
Yeah. He's got a 30 kilo target.
30 kilos.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Brain.
All right, guys. Well, we've gone over a little bit. I don't want to keep you guys for too long, but I appreciate everyone sharing their goals and the questions that got asked. Hopefully you got some value from it. But it's always a humbling experience for me, and I'm sure it is for Rose and Keith, to jump on these calls with you. So we love to hear it. We love that you guys do take the time out of your day to come on, and we will keep trying to provide value and education and knowledge. So any questions between now and next week, just write them down, because this is the best time to be asking them.
Thank you very much.
All right, team.
I have to book a meeting with you, Rose.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Thank you.
Catch you guys.
See you guys.
Have a good one.